handshake here. We'll see what happens. I don't know if the Rams can put this thing away.
The tradition of hockey to shake all the hands no matter what happens. As both these teams will shake hands. 7-3 is the final score. And only a few players left for CSU to shake hands, as many are still just watching from over the side.
And nothing's happened during the handshake thus far. I think all the tempers have pretty much cooled as much as they're going to cool. But a heck of a hockey game, a heck of a third period. And, you know, if you wanted to see some boxing, you got a little bit of that too. Colorado State and Colorado. Rocky Mountain Showdown definitely lives up to all the hype. And, you know, how about this? Two players out at center ice giving each other hugs and handshakes. You know, this thing, while emotions did run high, is pretty much over. And the Rams here at center ice still give the traditional salute to their fans, and you can hear the appreciation from the Colorado State faithful here at Epic Ice Arena. And you can hear the boos ringing from the Ram faithful as the Colorado Buffaloes head off the ice. I don't know what to say, Nick. It's been a pleasure. We're going to head to a break real quick and come back and start up a post-game show. Try and make sense of this thing. But the Rams and the Buffaloes, the Rams fall 7-3. And penalty minutes still up on the board there. So we'll take a break, come back. The stands are finally empty here at Epic Ice Arena. The fans had to leave before the University of Colorado players and the referees were both warranted out with police escorts. This thing got out of hand in a hurry. Again, Cole Wyman alongside Nick Sebesta. And it was just a heck of a hockey game here tonight. Very competitive through 2 periods, really through 3.5 periods. Then things got a little out of hand.
Yeah, definitely. It all started out, first period, CSU was down a couple men and down a considerable amount of time in that first period, 5 on 3. And then they let up a 1 goal and they got one back. So it was about 1-1 going into that second period. And then CSU able to go up by 1. Really a strong second period played by CSU. Kept CU on their heels. And they only got about 3 shots on goal, did CU. And then the third period started and CU got a couple unanswered goals, went up by 2. And then saw a great goal by CSU to get them back into it. And then things started to get out of hand.
And for more with Doug Robinson, we have Ben Helsing at ice level, who's gotten a hold of the Rams player.
Thanks, guys. Right now we're joined by Rams defenseman Doug Robinson. And Doug, very hectic end to a otherwise competitive game there.
Yeah, it was disappointing. We came out in the third. I believe it was 2-1. We were up. It was our game to win. You know, I don't know whether we were just satisfied with what it was, or we just didn't have the, you know, the intestinal fortitude to finish it tonight. But we just didn't come out with the guts to finish the game, and unfortunately, the penalties took over, and it got the best of us. And I mean, that's the way a game goes. So I was pretty fired up most of the game to start with, and one of our forwards, Casey Schermerhorn, went down and whatever, tripped on their goalie or whatnot, and a guy hit him from behind, and then 2 other guys went after him, and then, you know, in the game of hockey, you stand up for your teammates, and so we went down there and just pretty much bagged them, I guess. I don't know. but I mean, you got to do that. You know, we don't want to because now I'm disqualified, so I hurt the team in the future. But you know, we expect guys to do that. If guys are getting cheap shot on our team, we expect them to throw down and stand up for each other.
Thanks for joining us, Doug. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
As Rams defenseman Doug Robinson, back to you guys.
A big evening for Colorado State. Final score ends up being 7-3, but at the same time, you take a look at it, and this was more of a statement game for Colorado State, even though the score didn't go in their favor.
Yeah, definitely. It turned into that. They were up 2-1 going into the third period, and then some unanswered goals going from CU really just turned out to be the turning point, and they got that goal to get them back into it, but then CU started to take a hold, and the refs, you know, that's one thing you have to talk about when you talk about this game is the reffing. The first period, it started out, you know, they called it pretty strict, and a lot of stuff did not fly. And then the second period, they let more stuff go. And so when you have that unbalance, you don't really know what's going to happen. Third period, a lot of emotions build up. You start penalizing some hits that you didn't and some hits that you did. And then some players don't know how to react to that. Then you get the hit that Tim Stiller took, and basically a collision. And that's why Coach Joe Sharrock was so upset is, you know, you call CSU for that penalty when really it was pretty questionable, and maybe it hadn't been called in the second period, maybe it would have been called in the first period, And then Coach Sharrock definitely stood up for his team in the right way. Well, I'm not necessarily sure it's the right way, but he stood up for his team, which you got to give him credit for. And is basically a statement saying, I'm not going to let the refereeing dictate how this is going to go.
And for more with Coach Sharrock, we have Ben Helsing at ice level, who's gotten a hold of the head coach.
Thanks, guys. Right now we're joined by CSU coach Joe Sharrock. And Joe definitely got a little out of hand there in the last period. Why don't you put in your own words what you were feeling at that moment?
Well, the good teams are consistent the entire game, whether it's a crappy ref or not, whether it's a completely horrible reffing job or not. The good teams fight through it. They stop doing whatever the ref's calling and not give him a reason to call it. And we kind of fed into it. I fed into it, and I got really frustrated because this game of all, you got over 1,000 people in the stands, huge rivalry, trip to regionals on the line, over $10,000, and the guy's calling a game like that. It affected the game a lot, but we should have been able to fight through it because that team is not that good.
Obviously an important night for everyone on this team, especially the seniors. How disappointed is your locker room right now?
We're disappointed in the score on the scoreboard because it doesn't reflect the teams. The thing that we're pumped up about, and I'm still pumped up and the guys are pumped out, no one's hanging their head in there. We give the fans something to cheer about, and that means a lot. Whether it's big hits, good goals, good defense, blocking shots, we did a lot of stuff. And that just shows fans come down, we're going to give you something to cheer about. And whether it's a 7-3 loss, complete crap loss to a team that doesn't deserve the win, then that's fine. But we're going to give them something to cheer about. So we take a little solace in that the fans left with kind of a smile on their face, knowing that we're the better team, because it's obvious to me. I'd rank us against those on top of those guys any day. So pretty disappointed in how the game turned out on a few levels. Some of which was on our shoulders, some of which was on my shoulders. But, it could have been a hell of a lot better game. Last night was a good game, and the team that won last night, us, deserved it. And tonight, came out a little sluggish in the third. Things got out of control pretty quickly. So, but, it's unfortunate. I feel bad for the seniors, but especially for Minor, because he played a hell of a game, especially the first period. He's been a great goalie for us, and when you face power play after power play, it's kind of hard to keep the puck out of the net. So,
thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah.
CSU coach Joe Sharrock. Back to you guys.
Well, when it was all said and done, the University of Colorado gets the best of Colorado State. CU gets to head to nationals. The Rams have to head to the tournament. But again, a statement came for Colorado State tonight. Nobody's going to push them around come nationals time.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it in the pregame. This was the game that was basically, if you won it, you're automatically going to nationals. And if not, you have to play more games. You have to work harder for it. And so definitely a lot on the line, as you said. So definitely a lot of emotions, a lot coming up. Not only is it the rivalry game, the last one of the 4 during the year CSU and CU play against each other, but this one has more than just the game on the line. It has your nationals. So CSU really making a statement, especially at the end, saying we're not going to lie down and let you come into our own house and do this to us. So definitely CSU proving why they're a tough team. They're a physical team, as we've talked with the players before, and really got the crowd into it definitely at the end.
A few fights, a few goals, and a competitive hockey game throughout. The final score for here from Epic Ice Arena, 7-3 for Nick Sebesta and everybody else involved here at CTV. Want to wish you a good night here from Epic.